you. Let us give a standing ovation as we invite Dr. Busingye Kabumba to give us his remarks.
Maybe here. That's right. Good evening, everyone. It's a very difficult thing to stay from morning until this time. What time is it? It's now 9:15. So even just in terms of stamina, what you have done is it's quite impressive. Now I'd like to start by, I don't know, should I thank you, the Mooters, first, or the partners? The partners. Okay. Maybe let me start by explaining what this whole process is about. I think in the morning there was orientation and there was some explanation about that. And I think in the course of the day that has become apparent. What this is not about is winning. It really isn't. I know there are trophies there and there are plaques and there are, awards. But it's really not about winning. It's really about a pedagogical method. Some call it clinical ego method, but it's about a kind of pedagogy, a kind of teaching that doesn't involve teaching. That doesn't involve a lecturer or a teacher standing and talking to a student or a learner. Rather, it is an interactive participatory process where you discover for yourself by doing. And by doing, you're thinking. And by thinking, you imbibe the ideas that you're articulating. So it's an idea of a different kind of pedagogy. That's really what it's about. It's not about, and for many of you, I think the real value of this evening's process will become apparent 10, 15, perhaps even 20 years from now. Some of you might become lawyers, but some of you may go on to do many other things. Because the law it's about logic. I think it was Holmes, one of the judges, who said the life of the law has been experience, but also logic. And some of the greatest lawyers have been mathematicians. The example that's normally given is Denning. That what we've been talking about is the logic of argument that you'll carry with you to very many other contexts. So, regardless of what you do in life, the skills that you have demonstrated here and that you've been practicing over the course of the past couple of weeks as prepared are valuable. It's about identifying principles, certain values, in mathematics, first principles, for those of you who are mathematicians, and then you derive from those principles, you apply them to changing facts and you distinguish them, and does it apply here? Does this principle, ideally a principle should apply in all like cases. So if it applies here, why should it not apply here? And you distinguish, you logically apply your mind to that particular situation, and you convince the other party about the correctness of your position. So that logic is important regardless of what you're going to do in life. So that in itself, it's an intrinsic value of this process. It's important by itself without and beside the trophies or other awards. Now, relatedly, it's also about the importance of talking and working through disagreement, through dialogue. That's also important, especially now in a context where Sudan is on fire, right? It seems the world is on fire because people have failed to talk. People have failed to work through their disagreements logically. So that's also quite important. Also, learning how to deal with contestation. Of course, I know the judges have been disturbing you, they interrupt you, the questions come at once, and you have to keep calm, collected, and respond respectfully, even if you believe that the question that I just asked has no connection whatsoever with what you just said. Diplomacy, the art of speaking respectfully to the other side. All those are values that are going to be very important to you going forward. So today has been extremely useful. the past days, weeks have been extremely useful, and the values and the techniques you've learned, you'll carry with you for a very long time. I know you don't quite believe it, and maybe the sugar levels are down, so you are like, this guy is just talking, when are we going back to school? But it's quite important. So for us, as HURIPEC, and I dare say as the School of Law, because I also bring greetings from the Dean of Law and the entire staff, we're extremely excited about this. It's the beginning of what should be an annual event going forward. In that regard, I'd like to thank our partners, Lex Amica, Harry Mwesigwa. They have done incredible work putting this together. The Makerere School, Law School of Law Club, Ashaba, where are you, Ashaba? The Makerere School of Law itself represented, the Dean was not able to come, he was traveling, and the Deputy Dean is also indisposed, but certainly they are following with great excitement. The Dean asked where Mwiri is, and I told them Mwiri feared, and where Butiki is also, and they also feared. So those of you who did not fear, it's the first step. Hopefully next year, the others who feared will also get the courage to turn up and put up a show. The Initiative for Social and Economic Rights, ISA, has also been an incredible partner, and we appreciate their support. Without their support, this would not have been possible in the way it has been. The Uganda Law Society has also been incredibly supportive. Chapter 4 Uganda has also been quite supportive. I don't think I've left anyone out, have I? No. So really it has been a collaborative effort putting this together. Now, for the schools that participated, thank you. 10 initially for this first year, and that can only become more participatory the next year. Of course, there are going to be challenges about how to limit numbers going forward and how to ensure it remains competitive, but also not too big, so that you can actually have a meaningful engagement. So to all the schools represented here, some have left because of the time, thank you to the patrons, the coaches, the teachers. And I know by and large you have trusted the process and seen that the process is fair. Has the process been fair? Based on objective criteria that has been explained to everyone, and the raw results are available. The judges, many of them are not around, but incredibly supportive. The volunteers, the student liaisons, I see Victor, Brita, the rest are probably sleeping. They have collapsed, you know, out of sheer exhaustion. Alicia and others, thank you so much. Peter, Sweetie, that's actually her name, so it's just, yeah. Angelo. Really, all of you, thank you very, very much. Harry, I think I've spoken all the English that was supposed to be spoken at this time. I can't think of anything I've not said. Victor, should I add on something there? Any questions for me before I go away? For us, if I can just wrap it up in